Hey guys, D&Disability here. This is a quick intro prior to the intro of today's video because I want to apologize because the sound quality was terrible. I didn't realize I wasn't using my snowball at the time, but the video has some good gems in it, some good bits of information, and hey all, D&Disability here. Just a quick video about the 4 ways I commonly see players managing their spells and how effective or ineffective they may be. First of all, let's get the obvious one out of the way, the one everybody does, right? You have your list of spells, say you have your read magic, your sleep, your unseen servant, your shield, as is. Where'd sleep go? Confusion, magic user spells. Okay, finally I'm in the right section. But no, wait, please don't skip my turn. Don't. Aha. Okay, here's sleep. And what do you need? Okay, so they're going to be. These are all goblins. Okay, fine. So 4d4 goblins. Okay, where am I? Okay, so you immediately see the problem that comes with this kind of caster character, right? I've been there, I've been this kind of player, right? Where you just don't have your spells accessible on your sheet. Okay, so what is solution number one? Well, solution number one is probably the obvious thing where you copy paste everything that you need to know just right out of the book, or you use your snipping tool when you just, insert the image in. And this is all well and good. And equal to this would be the better spellcaster that, right next to sleep, they just write page 68, right, in this instance, right next to where that is. So 68, right. Awesome. But that still leads to, I cast sleep. Let me open up the book and look, right. So here it doesn't necessarily fix the problem. What are some other solutions? Well, one solution, right, I have, and I've taken to doing this recently, is if I can, boiling the spell down into a single line of text or code, kind of like the way you would do crib notes in college. And here are my currently 3 examples of this alternate method, right? So the spell, the casting time, right? Okay. So how long it lasts. What its range is. In this instance its range is 4 inches, right? So right? What its duration is, sleep lasts 5 combat rounds, what its area of effect is, right? And then any other miscellaneous notes I need to make about it. In this instance, sleep is, 44 if they're less than 1 hit die or up to 1 hit die, right? If they're 1+1 or 2 hit die, right? It's 2d4, etc., etc., etc. And remember, these notes don't cast. It lasts 2 rounds. Its range is personal. I just happen to know that. I could put R0 if I cared, but I don't. And then what its bonus gives, right? It gives you an armor class 3 against, right? And then here's the same with Unseen Servant, right? I know all of the things my Unseen Servant can basically do. They're basically all non-combat things. So any kind of note that I, need, doesn't really matter. But here, what's key is, it has to still remain within 30 feet of me. So, like, that part is the method I've taken to using recently. There's another method I've used in the past that I wanted to share, and that I use with my own home RPG system, which is that for those of us with executive dysfunction, or those of us who don't want to deal with complicated spells, you don't, oh, what is it? I think it's called 5 torches deep or 3 torches deep, whatever that 5th edition hack was, does it, and a few others have done this, where your entire spell can be summarized in a single sentence, right? And to where this is all you have to look at, similar to, right, the kind of crib note method of translating all of this AD&D nonsense into a single line of code, basically, right? Here, instead of having to do that, it's all already like that, right? Let's take the dark light spell that I have as an example right here, right? Creates bright light, or in this instance, darkness, um, if reversed, for 2d8 plus, in that instance means plus presence, minutes, right? So there you have everything you need to know upon casting the spell, right? But here, spell systems like this, they're much more flexible. You're not worried about specific ranges or specific diameters, right? That's negotiable between you, the DM, and the other players, right? But systems like this lend themselves more to storing those spells as is stated in the book, on your sheet. Now, there is another kind of player, which I don't have represented here, which are the kind that use those little, they're really cool, but if you're blind like me, or if you're dyslexic, or if you struggle to read small print, or if you even struggle to just understand the wording of the spells themselves, because sometimes these spells can get pretty odd. Like, I'm going to give you one example before we go. It requires one complete melee round. Note that sleeping creatures can be slain automatically at a rate of 1 per slayer per melee round. The material component for this spell is a pinch of fine sand, rose petals, or a live cricket. Cool, right? But this says absolutely nothing about how, you know, I determine the hit dice or anything like that. Nor does it necessarily tell me, right, how to negotiate, how do I put this? Order of operations, right? Typically, we decide, you know, in a much more approachable way. And note, though, my version of this spell does allow a saving throw, as opposed to the AD&D version does not, right? But to be fair, AD&D is based on hit dice, and mine isn't. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, in conclusion, we have 4 types of casters, right? So we have the kind that don't take notes, only record their spells and look them up as needed. We have the kind that might copy paste the entire spell onto their character sheet, like I did for many, many, many years. We have the kind that might try and rewrite the spell in their own words, maybe in a single sentence, maybe not. And we have the kind that do, as I might recommend my players start doing. I'm looking at you, Lucas, and I'm looking at you, Cheryl. You too, right? That they should consider doing this for all of their spells. It is one segment, so you don't have to worry about any of that. But, because we play basic fantasy. But at the same time, you know, this other information, right? Range, number of targets, effect, right? All of those kind of things, duration, those would be of help. Okay, so that's it. Enjoy your day, guys.